Hey guys, I feel tired, pretty tired of everything, tired of life, tired of fighting, keeping going on, and of course, I'm alone as usual. So, what have I been doing? Mostly going to the gym. Recently, I got sick, so I did have some downtime, a few days from the gym. Took a few days off, and then I got back into it. Had to abandon my cut for a while, just doing maintenance calories instead, just so I could give my body a chance to recover. And I didn't really have it in me to push through the pain and try and focus. So maintenance calories or slight surplus for about 2 weeks. That got me down. That was pretty dark because I was losing so much time and progress, like maybe a month of progress, and I'm so far behind schedule now. Might have gained some rebound fat as well. But the good news is that during my break from the cut, I benched my body weight. For the first time, 127.6 pounds for 5 reps. Why the strange weight? Because the weights at that gym are in kilos. Now, of course, strength isn't my main priority. I'm focused on aesthetics, not trying to be a power lifter, power builder, but nice to be making some progress, gradually moving out of beginner stages, building a strength base that can help me build muscle. When I look back, in May last year, I was benching 30-pound dumbbells. That was the best I can do, and in October, I was benching 100 pounds for 3 reps. So I've made some progress. I've made a little bit of progress on the cut. I lost about 5 kilos, but then I gained a little bit of that back from taking a break. So this is what I've achieved. I'm happy with what I got done, although it wasn't enough. It's not my goal because I was expecting to keep going all the way until April 8 with no break. But I'll push it for one more month, and if I can tolerate it, see what I can get done. But then it'll be time to start bulking. Can't keep doing this forever. There's like no time to get shredded, but I'd like to put myself in a good position for the long bulk. I'm pretty happy that I'm starting to see some ab definition and starting to see definition generally, just looking more like someone who actually it's some progress. It's been a year since I was planning to visit that girl in the US and meet her, stay with her for 2 weeks at her place, and then she cancelled on me. She made some excuses about, oh, the place is in a mess, and I realized later on after everything ended that she just dropped me so she could pursue the new guy that she had just met. The call we had when we discussed that was on February 22, I believe, last year. Well, late February, around that time. I was dropped and discarded so easily, so ruthlessly. It really shows you how brutal girls can be and how they use people, because she continued to lead me on after that, although I could tell things were not right when she wasn't really interested in sexual stuff. Like, I could tell things had changed, and the way she said things, she didn't have the same feelings for me anymore. So I could tell things were not right. I had such strong feelings for her, and by the end of it, I realized I really had fallen in love with her, but I meant nothing to her. And I had those doubts for a long time, like at least since September 2021, or even before that, like June. Obviously, she was happy to hook up with randoms and stuff, but like to spend 2 weeks with someone that she had gotten to know over 1.5 years. I was not even worth spending time with. I was not even nothing. I was nothing to her. I meant nothing. I was discarded at that point. I don't know why she kept me around, maybe as a backup or just as someone to give her some attention. And now she's Facebook official with that guy. And she backdated it to the start of 2022. And it's really brutal. She's moved on. She's happy, probably. And here I am in the same position. Like, I would like to move on myself, but unfortunately, there are no new girls. There's nothing to move on to. If there was someone, like, it doesn't need to be a serious thing. It could be a hookup, or it could be long-term, or it could be anything. Just something that I could move on to and forget her, and I'd really like that. Like, I don't think it's good being stuck like this. And over the next few months, it becomes like a year since various painful events, like a year since my birthday and all the stuff that happened on there that I've been through before. And of course, if someone hurts you on your birthday, it ensures that you will never ever forget it. To make things worse, that guy, he's a social media person too, and he is close to overtaking me in follow count. He has 3,100 Twitch followers, and I have, 3,290 YouTube subscribers. So he's growing faster than me, so he's going to have a bigger social media presence than me. Like, that's pretty brutal. I saw a short about the bodybuilder Tom Platz. His fiancée left him for his training partner while he was training for the 1981 Mr. Olympia. What a betrayal. That's simply brutal. And he was able to put that pain into his training. And he said that was the best thing that ever happened to him, because he was able to make something of that and use that pain for fuel. I want to look back on those events of 2022 and that girl and be able to say that was the best thing that ever happened to me. When I have muscles, when I have a girl, I want to be happy with my success that I never would have gotten. I never would have pushed that hard. I never would have gotten into the whatever it takes mentality had I not have been broken so thoroughly, so completely by that girl. I am running on the fuel of pain and loneliness right now, and that's how I keep going. I wanted to not only move on and find someone new, but also to build a revenge body. A body so impressive that it makes girls who didn't want me, who rejected me, discarded me, whatever, feel some regret for what they could have had. If they even feel a slight tinge of regret, I'll be happy. Maybe that's toxic, but it's a pretty common concept. Was it Kylie Jenner, one of those Kardashian people who popularized the term recently, revenge body? But I don't have that body yet, of course. I still look pretty similar to how I did before. I haven't really built that much muscle mass. And the timelines keep getting longer. Remember how I was all like, holes will be filled, like, say, 1 year after the anniversary of getting dumped by her, like, I'd be really muscular and attractive. But of course that's not going to happen, because that's 4 months from now, July. And then I was thinking the end of the year, but these timelines, they just keep getting longer and longer. 1 more year, right? I'll have a girlfriend, or at the very least a successful hookup. before I turn 31, right? I'll once again have a girl in my DMs sending me lewds, maybe, hopefully before that. Or do I have to throw these delayed goals in the bin too? Let's make it 1 year of serious bulking. So more like 18 months in total. Once you're adding cutting, in the summer of 2024 to 2025, I'll surely be aesthetic by then. Or will I need a second year of bulking, stretching my time out until I turn 33, the final deadline in 2026. It's becoming so ridiculous. How long can I hang on? How much longer can I keep trying, grinding for no reward? After almost a year of taking the gym seriously and looking pretty much the same, I am exhausted. But I'm still going. I haven't given up. I have a plan and I know what I'm doing. I know where things went wrong and what I'm changing. I know about the risks of things not working out and potentially further changes that I'll have to make if things don't go as well as I like. And I am now confident of the chances of success. I do truly believe that I will get there. I got home from the gym at like 3:15 a.m. today, and why would I put in that much? Because I believe in it. As I mentioned in previous videos, I want to distance myself from all the negativity. I feel like I'm tired of the haters and the discouraging people. I thought about officially distancing myself from and denouncing the black pill. I may make a video about that, although I've never really agreed with the black pill. Being in this space, I end up surrounded by those people. On the Discord, I implemented word filters. Now people can't say man ***, which refers to short guys. And if you don't know, that word actually gets you demonetized on YouTube, which I suffered from while I was planning some titles and some video about short guys in the past. And I really wanted to remove all of the hate against short guys, all of the stuff that people post just to be discouraging and to make us feel bad and to make us feel discouraged. Like, why tolerate that? Why would I want that around me? Why would I want to be friends with these people? What value does this provide to me? What value does this provide to the community? I gotta think about what's actually useful. And is it healthy for my mental state? Especially when I'm at a vulnerable time where I could give up, where I could break down, where who knows what could happen. I am in a state of desperation, so I have to be more careful. And of course, some racist words are also removed, like curry is a word that is used pretty much only in a racist context on my server and in this community. So although it's not an offensive word, like in the food context, like, yep, I removed that because I just don't need that stuff. Nobody needs the racism like that. Who wants people putting you down? And the other ones, honestly, I just want to make a more pleasant environment. And some of it exposes the server to attacks and trolls and haters that come in, and it causes more trouble. Also, Discord guidelines. So if you violate Discord global rules, then you get in trouble. So I'm being a bit more careful. Yeah. I do feel like I am tired of YouTube. I know it's my way out, and I'm supposed to build a social media presence. Of course, like, I went on a date, I brought a girl home who actually was a YouTube viewer, and I had the girl that I talked about that I was going to visit in the US, and there was a girl from Bulgaria that I used to talk to online as well. And there are other girls I've talked to who were options, and you'd assume that if I keep going with YouTube, if I build a bigger social media presence, eventually it has to work. Eventually I have to get someone who is actually interested in me and who actually wants to go all the way with me and actually meet me and be in my bed. But honestly, I don't like the idea of being nothing more than a lolcow, coming on here to humiliate myself. Can you be passionate about that? Can you make that your life's purpose? Can you put every ounce of effort, dedicate all your time and mental energy to being someone for people to laugh at and look down on, to be a doormat? People seriously tell me to give up on gym and just focus on YouTube. For what? So they can continue to look down on me as a pathetic person who doesn't do anything and doesn't have anything. Is there even enough content, enough happening in my life to fulfill that role? Hiding in my room had girls in his life which generated drama and content. I go to the gym and I come home. And occasionally I go to a shop. And before the gym, I didn't really do that much either. Also, I struggle to imagine how I could compete with the normies on YouTube. I've noticed they are coming up in the channels that your audience also watches. Seeing the YouTuber Gerbert Johnson, also known as Gerbert's Void, become so popular so quickly in this community, along with other very normal seeming white guys, it makes me want to give up. In the end, the normies have overtaken the inkwells. They've beaten us as expected. It makes you wonder why try. Those guys are always going to win. None of your efforts are going to be respected. They upload less than I do, and they've got more viewers, more subs. I did recently organize my list of video ideas, at least, and I plan to try and work on those and decide which ones have potential. Also, I did an interview relating to my channel. I think it's like a clickbait site that they post on like Instagram and TikTok and stuff, and they're doing like a documentary. So I have done some things related to YouTube recently. I haven't completely forgotten about YouTube. You may have noticed there are more Discord servers in the About page. I made a server for female viewers because I worried about them getting scared away from the main server by some of the users, the black pillars, and these crazy people who seem to lose their mind whenever a girl joins the server. Now, obviously, they're still welcome on the main server, but there is that server as well, because I find most of the girls on the main server that are in there tend to lurk, which is okay, but yeah. I also made an NSFW server. It's pretty much empty. Nobody has joined yet, but for people who like my content on that other site, whether guys or girls, I'd like to build a community based on that with more two-way interaction than that other site, so people can post their stuff too. And on a related note, in 2023, I'm a bit more open about being bi, and in terms of online interaction, not real life meets, I am interested in connecting with guys for lewd stuff. Of course, I'm still primarily attracted to girls, just to make that clear, so my DMs are open to all, as well as that server, as long as you're not a troll or anything. So that's all for today, just a general update, I guess, today. As usual, thanks for watching, like, subscribe, comment, Discords in the About page, Instagram, other sites, there's Linktree with other sites. There's all the usual stuff. And well, I'll try and be here more often, hopefully. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.